Hello, the Space Coast Art Festival Student Art Show of 2016 by Tammy Hatton. The mission of the Space Coast Art Festival Student Art Show is to gain awareness in the community of Brevard County, Florida, and support our young artists. Goals. The two goals for this project are, number one, increased awareness. Increasing awareness of the Space Coast Art Festival Student Art Show. The recent venue location has caused some controversy and confusion. Increasing the awareness of the festival itself will help Brevard County residents to better understand this small change. Developing relationships. Developing better relationships with local residents and businesses will help recover the loss in attendance and student art participants. This will also preserve the image of the Space Coast Art Festival of being a respected annual community event. My first objective is to increase the awareness of the student art show part of the Space Coast Art Festival within our community. The art show or contest is only open to students who live and go to school in Brevard County, Florida. Number two, by increasing the awareness, we also want to increase the number of participants by 10% from over last year's event. About 20 more participants or thereabout. Within this 20%, we would also like to see more schools represented. The third objective is to find a sponsor. The Student Art Show is only one part of the Space Coast Art Festival, and having a sponsor will help offset the added cost of continuing to offer it. This will also increase the community awareness for both the Student Art Show and the sponsor who sponsors it within the community. The strategies I will be using to obtain my goals and objectives are, number one, the development of a campaign on my Facebook page engaging families in Brevard County, Florida, and pushes on Twitter. Number two, I will devise an outreach program with our local art establishments seeking a possible signature sponsor or combined sponsorships. Number three, since the participants have to reside and go to school in Brevard County, Florida, it is necessary to develop a better communication process with the local school district. Tactics. The tactics I will use are, number one, creating an art or story sharing campaign on Facebook. I will post information on Twitter 2 to 5 times a week and increase participation. This campaign will consist of parents sharing art-related stories or art from their children's art experience. I will have people submit their entries to me via email, and on Sundays each week I will change the featured art or story on my Facebook page. This campaign will engage the targeted audience and get them more interested in the Space Coast Art Festival Student Art Show. Number two, I will personally meet with the various affiliated organizations in Brevard County that relate to art. Leave entry forms for the student art contest and discuss the possibility of becoming a sponsor. Number three, I will meet and discuss the issues and the breakdown of communication with the local school district liaison. This will help gain a better plan to distribute the information to the local families who may not know about the festival at all. The evaluation. In terms of measuring the success of the campaign, I will use two different measurements. The length of this campaign will be from September 1st to November 15th. During the duration, I will measure the amount of entrants and likes to the art sharing on my Facebook. My goal is to have one art or story submission each week to feature and measure the likes and shares within those stories. There is an analytics within the Facebook that I will be using. The Space Coast Art Festival is scheduled for Thanksgiving weekend. Once the festival is over, I will calculate the difference over last year's individual entries, I will also calculate the difference in the number of different schools that are represented over last year's. If the goals are not met this year, we will attempt to resolve the issues by surveying the families who did participate for improvements. Benchmarks. Here are the original survey benchmark information from participants. Parents of 12 to 16-year-olds who are willing to travel up to 25 miles and spend 3 to 5 miles at an event. They prefer prizes over cash money. This information was obtained from my original survey. Getting a signature sponsor or group of sponsors is also a significant part of this campaign. It can be done in increments or all at once. The deadline for sponsors is the week before Thanksgiving. Thank you.